Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and a happy Wednesday to all. Hopefully, you're having a great day, or if you're watching this at any other point in the week, hope you're having a great day nonetheless. I get to jump back on board with what's hopefully going to be ballady, although I can't really say that because of last time we got Im Young Woong on the channel. But he is back. Mr. Im Young Woong has new music out, and well, K-pop fandoms are terrified of what he can bring. Good reason, because he makes some terrific music indeed, and a lot of it is in the ballad genre, which I very much enjoy. I'm a big advocate for a ballad, and well, there are few there's few that could do it as well as Mr. Im Young Woong can do it. So let me checking out his new song titled Warmth. I believe this dropped about 2 years ago, something like that. But regardless, I'm very excited to get into it. I really do hope it's a ballad because I love his ballady type music. Having said that, Do or Die last era, boy was that a change of scenery, and kind of pulled it off. I'm not gonna hold it. I'm not gonna hold it. He kind of pulled it off. So, you know what? Whether it's gonna be, dancing K-pop idol Im Young Woong, or if we're gonna get classic ballad Im Young Woong, I'm not gonna complain. We're gonna get some vocals, some majestic vocals on display, and I'm very much excited for it. So here we go. Right, and you know what? We'll get this started right away because really there isn't much to cover now. So here we go. It's ballady. All right. Let me get comfortable. Here we go. Very vocal forward off rip. That buttery vibrato of his. Hello, cello. I like the minimal recipe so far. Vocal, 2 acoustic instruments. Nice crescendo. Oh, it's like the song's pulsing a little bit. Oh, electric instruments now. But we're still maintaining the cello and the piano. Oh, I love that. Thank you for keeping the cello here. I grew up playing violin, so whenever I get strings in a song like this, very much plays to my heart. Shoulder strings! We're starting to climb the vocal range too. Really cool parallel that once the vocals get higher, the instrumentation gets higher as well. Oh, give us some bite to it. Hello, choir. Oh, wide vibrato, the little trail off at the end, into this super soft.
이 길 끝에 떠오르는 태양을 만날 때까지 난 곁에 있겠어요. 나 곁에 있어요.
He's got such a nice, mellow, rounded voice in his lower register. It feels like a hug. It's so soft. Like, it doesn't come at you right away. It just kind of warms up the song in such a unique way that not many people can do. Or at least not many people I've come across that can do. Oh. You know what? I enjoyed Do or Die in Woong because it was so different. Kind of like what Forstella did with Cool last year, you know. Vocal crossover group, big kind of dramatic vocal performances, all of a sudden they drop boy group banger. Im Young-woon last year, you know, really just gorgeous ballad after gorgeous ballad after gorgeous ballad, all of a sudden drops a K-pop dance banger. So it's like, oh wow. And now we are back in his wheelhouse now. This is his territory. And he owns it. And like as expected, he owns it. And the thing is, the song itself is the perfect ballad for a recipe, perfect recipe for a ballad, especially that first verse. You get piano and you get Im Young-woon's voice. So for me, as someone who enjoys all sorts of ballads, you know, whether it's your hard rock and metal power ballads from the 1980s or more modern ballads, or if you want to go even more classical, like operatic ballads and so on. I just love the emotional aspect of a ballad. I find it both really interesting to listen to, but also really cathartic to listen to. I find them very healing, especially when I'm not in such a great mood. It's like I want to wallow in my own emotions with the background music of a really emotional ballad. It just works for me. And the most effective that I've found is to have one vocalist with one acoustic instrument. I don't care if it's like an acoustic guitar or a piano or a violin or a cello or whatever it may be. As long as the instrument is an acoustic instrument and it's just that one instrument with the one vocal, is the most effective and raw way to portray emotion in a ballad for me. And the fact that this entire song starts with that, oh, it's immediately points in my book. And then once the song starts to grow, throw in a cello, another acoustic instrument, an instrument that generally covers a much lower range now. Like Im Young-woon's voice can cover low, middle to high. The piano can cover a wide range, but based off the accompaniment, feels like it wants to sit in the middle a lot of the times. And now the cello, especially for this kind of verse section, likes to take the bottom end. So now instead of having just two parts, you've got that third element. So now you've got a nice balance of highs, mids, and lows, but it's all natural sounding. It's all acoustic. It all feels like it's been kind of interwoven in instead of just being placed there. And you move forward into the second verse, you get in some more like band instruments, you know, you get a drum kit and stuff. But the drum kit isn't doing a whole lot. All it's doing is providing the major beats. It doesn't have a whole lot of fills. It doesn't really need a whole lot of fills. And again, it's a drum kit that feels natural, it sounds acoustic, and all it's doing is providing like a sense of pacing to the song now. An artificial sense of pacing in that it's not just the melodic instruments that's dictating the pace. You now have a firm, like, rhythmic pace across the song now. And yet, we're still maintaining that acoustic instrumentality behind Im Young-woon's voice. And again, acoustic instruments with a ballad is a combination that has been tried and tested throughout music history. This is a formula that will never go wrong. It's it's been done so many times and with good reason because it works, and this works for me. But the best part about this song for me, where is it? This choir. That choir is everything for me. Like, this song is pretty, but once that choir comes in, oh, it is gorgeous. The choir is so good at just pushing that emotional factor right over the edge. It goes from being a nice emotional song to just being a song that'll make you bawl your eyes out pretty. Oh, I love a choir, man. And again, it's probably has something to do with my upbringing, that in my K-8 school, we had a choir program that I used to sing in. Admittedly, I wasn't very good at singing, but I partook in it because the music was terrific. And yeah, that choir section is so good. And it comes in at the perfect time, too, because the song swells up. It's loud. It's big now. It is majestic. And then that choir comes in and it feels like you're in heaven. Whoa! Leave it to Mr. Woong to produce the ballad of all ballads, essentially. He is Professor Ballad at this point. Sure, he did Do or Die last year, but if I want a good ballad to just kind of like wallow in my emotions a little bit, he's essentially like the go-to guy, and with good reason, because he does it so well. His voice is so suited for it. But also, he knows what type of music works for his voice. Because throughout this entire song, it was just vocal masterclass. But this, rather than just being a vocal masterclass, was an emotional masterclass. Oh, yeah. I have nothing else I want to say about this. This was terrific. Oh my goodness. But that is going to be it from me today. Thank you all for watching along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today. Let's work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world. Whether it be checking with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day to day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, an ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.